Okay, what if a joke, a simple internet meme, could actually change the world of money? Sounds kind of crazy, right? Well, today we're diving into the wild, improbable story of Dogecoin. It's a cryptocurrency that started as a joke and somehow turned into a global phenomenon. So let's get right into it. Really think about it. Can a joke actually change something as serious as finance? It sounds completely absurd, but the story of Dogecoin kind of forces us to ask that question. And it all goes back to 2013. That's when a couple of software engineers were looking at the whole crypto scene. Bitcoin was all serious, super complex, and honestly a little intimidating. And they basically said, hey, this whole thing needs a dose of fun. So their idea? It was super simple. Let's make a digital currency that just doesn't take itself so seriously. And boom, just like that, the joke became a reality. So let's dig into how a viral picture of a Shiba Inu dog actually turned into a real, functioning digital currency. Yeah, so at its heart, Dogecoin is this digital currency that was created to be the fun, friendly alternative to all the super serious cryptos out there. The key thing to get here is that it was never meant to be some serious world-changing investment. Its whole vibe was built around being approachable, riding the wave of that famous Doge meme that everyone on the internet already knew and loved. And that lighthearted spirit, that's the secret ingredient to its entire story. All right, so how does a joke actually work as money? You might think it's all just smoke and mirrors, but under the hood, Dogecoin uses some tech that's, well, surprisingly familiar. Let's break down how the Doge actually works. Okay, so if you've ever read anything about Bitcoin, you've probably come across the term proof of work. Well, guess what? Dogecoin uses the exact same fundamental system. It's basically the security model that makes the whole thing tick. Think of it like this. Computers all over the world are competing to solve these really complex math puzzles. And when they do, they get to validate transactions. This whole process is what keeps the network secure and running smoothly. And that process, that's what we call mining. It's pretty straightforward, really. First, these miners use their computers to churn through those puzzles. Once one of them solves it, a whole block of transactions gets confirmed and added to the public ledger. And for all that hard work, well, step 3, the miners get rewarded with brand new Doge. That's it. That is literally how new Dogecoin is created and enters the world. Now, this is where Dogecoin starts to look really different from its big brother, Bitcoin. Look at these numbers. It's like a rocket ship versus a tortoise. A Dogecoin transaction, less than a minute. Bitcoin, 10 minutes if you're lucky. And the fee? We're talking less than a penny for Doge versus several dollars for Bitcoin. All of a sudden, the idea of using crypto for something small, like tipping someone online or buying a coffee, actually started to make sense. Right, and because it was so incredibly fast and cheap, Dogecoin pretty quickly evolved. It became more than just a meme. It started finding actual real-world uses. And people use it for all kinds of things now. You can zap payments across the globe almost instantly. It's become huge for online tipping and small donations to creators. You can, of course, trade it on all the big exchanges. And the community? Wow. They famously pulled together to fund everything from charity projects for clean water to sponsoring a NASCAR driver. Let's just pause on this for a second. Less than 1 cent. Think about what that means. The fact that the average transaction costs basically nothing is a total game changer. It makes these tiny payments, what we call microtransactions, actually possible. Sending someone $1 as a thank you tip. That's something that's just not practical with a lot of other cryptos because the fee would be more than the tip itself. So yeah, that practicality is a huge part of the appeal. But it's not the whole story. Not even close. To really get Dogecoin, you have to look past the tech and understand the culture, the people, the community that grew up around it. So what is the secret to its popularity? What makes it tick? Well, it's really this incredible mix of things. You've got the tech side. It's fast. It's cheap. But then you layer on this amazing community that's known for being kind and genuinely funny. Then you add in the fact that it's available everywhere, on all the big platforms. And finally, you get this massive boost from pop culture and high-profile fans. You put all that together, and you've got a recipe for something going viral. But okay, let's get real for a minute. It's not all fun and games and memes. Like any financial asset out there, and especially one that was born on the internet, there are some pretty big risks we absolutely have to talk about. You hear it all the time. The Dogecoin community is known for kindness and humor. And it's true. That community is one of its absolute greatest strengths. That whole vibe is central to what Dogecoin is. It just feels different from so much of the crypto world. But kindness doesn't prevent risk. A great community is awesome, but it can't shield you from the cold, hard realities of the market. And with an asset this speculative, there are some very real dangers to be aware of. So let's break down the big ones. First up, volatility. And I mean extreme volatility. The price can shoot to the moon or crash to the ground based on a single tweet from a celebrity. It's wild. Second, there's the unlimited supply. See, unlike Bitcoin, which has a hard cap, new Dogecoin is created all the time. About 5 billion new coins every single year. This makes it inflationary by design. It's meant to be spent, not necessarily hoarded like digital gold. And finally, there's just pure speculation. A lot of people are buying it not because they want to use it, but because they're hoping to make a quick buck. And that just pours gasoline on the fire of that price volatility. So, where does all this leave us? What is Dogecoin's place in the grand scheme of things? Is it really, as some people call it, the people's crypto? You know, when you boil it all down, I think this is the core of it. Dogecoin's biggest strength, the reason it's still around, is its community and its accessibility. It just wasn't scary. It was fun, it was easy to get, and the community was actually welcoming to newcomers. It basically tore down the barrier to entry for crypto. And maybe that's its real, lasting legacy. It made crypto fun and approachable. It was the front door, the on-ramp for millions of people who probably would have never touched this stuff otherwise. And maybe most importantly, it proved a really powerful point, that a currency's value isn't just about code. It can also be about culture, about community, about a shared idea. So I'll leave you with this question. What does it really say about the future of money when, in a world of super serious finance and mind-bendingly complex code, the fun one is one of the ones that survives? It kind of makes you wonder what we really value in our money. Is it just the tech? Is it scarcity? Or is there also room for community, for culture, and yeah, maybe even a little bit of fun? Thanks for tuning in.